What's going on, guys? KAS&CO back here.
Back at it again.
Joined by Matt Sampson.
What's going on? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, so it's about over a week.
Yeah,
since
just
Game of Thrones finale.
8 days.
Yep, and
8 days. Oh no, 9 days.
9 days.
9
okay,
days.
But we're not leaving it behind.
No, it lives on.
Yeah, we're gonna do basically what we're doing here today.
Never forget.
Is basically Game of Thrones Oscar themed Game of Thrones.
Yes.
We're gonna throw out awards for best, actor, best,
scene,
death, whatever it is.
all those type of like cool little like awards. We're gonna give because
It's like a high school yearbook.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because we want to remember and pay homage to our favorite show.
Yeah.
Of all time.
So this pod right here is basically we're just gonna break down the nominees and the categories, why we picked the people there.
Yeah. Talk about the nominees a little bit. Maybe others that got snubbed.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about snubs.
Now we're
and
close
stuff.
to making it. And then in the next video, we're going to be announcing the winners.
Yeah, we'll have that all set up.
Clips.
Oh, we'll have some clips in there. It's going to be a good time.
You're a Lannister.
Yes.
Great guy.
But I mean, Matt, do you want to kick it off here? I mean, let's start it off. So I divided this up: performance awards, which is like acting.
Yes.
And then superlative awards.
That was good. That was a good.
Thank you.
That was a smart idea.
So let's kick it off with best actor in a leading role. Now, this is how I determine leading and supporting role.
Because you got to define it somehow.
If you were in 30 episodes or less, you were a supporting character.
Okay.
Supporting role.
Pretty much like less than 3 seasons.
Yeah. Basically, if you were in if you made it to the end of the show, you're a leading character. So that's basically what we had. So if you were in 30 or more, you're a leading role. So the nominees, Matt.
Okay, so
read them off.
We have Peter Dinklage, who portrays Tyrion Lannister.
Yep.
We have Nicola Coster-Waldau, who plays Jaime. We have Kit Harington, who plays Jon Snow.
No.
And Alfie Allen, who plays Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to just go right down? Talk about
I say so, yeah.
All right, well, Peter Dinklage, I think he's maybe the favorite in this category.
Probably.
One of them. I mean, when you talk about just amazing performances, he really carried the show.
Time and time again.
For the first 4 seasons. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was the main guy. I think he had more minutes, like up until this last season, more screen time than any other actor. People forget, and people will forget that if they don't rewatch the show in these later seasons. Because these later seasons have been about Daenerys and Jon. Early on, it was Tyrion. Mm-hmm. And when I remember him, I remember his great scenes with Varys and Tywin. And these great actors and great characters, he's right there with all of them.
Sure.
In King's Landing. Cersei, another one. So, I think very deserving.
The 1 through 4, he's really prominent.
Yeah.
So, another guy who stands out for me personally, Nicola Coster-Waldau.
He flies under the radar.
Yeah.
I feel like when they talk about the great actors in the show, his name sometimes get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
But he's among the best of them. I mean, that scene he has with Brienne in the tub.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people call that the best scene in the entire show, and that's him.
Yeah.
The emotion.
Yeah, that's a great scene. It's tough. He should have won the Emmy last year.
He should have.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He had a good season 7.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Kit Harington. Yeah. He's great at what he does, but he's not really. He doesn't show a lot of range.
I was just gonna say he's very one tone.
Yeah, but he does it well.
The Night King is coming.
Yeah.
But you're right. That's a good point. He does it well.
He's got that brooding look. But for me, Alfie Allen...
The most underrated, maybe the best one. Because
honestly.
I think people just don't talk about him because of the character. It's Theon.
Yeah.
Who's less prominent than Jon and Tyrion and Jaime. But when you talk about the things Theon went through and how Alfie portrayed it, he might have done the best job in the entire show.
I mean, you think about the early seasons, he plays this really cocky dick.
Yeah, and then he goes to being tortured.
Yeah.
And
having pussy.
And then to PTSD.
Yeah.
And then back to redemption, but still having the PTSD, and he pulls it off so well.
Yeah. Now, Matt, are there any people? I think this category is pretty straightforward. Anyone you would leave off.
Let me look at the supporting real swift. I mean, not really. I mean, I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah, I didn't check.
I mean, maybe Pod. No, I'm kidding.
I didn't check Stephen Delane as Stannis. I want to say he might be under 30.
Okay. One guy I'll say maybe Sir Davos.
Yeah,
but I think I wouldn't put him ahead of any of these guys.
No, yeah,
but
I think this category is pretty clear cut
I think
for these guys.
I agree.
Yeah, all right. Coming up next, we have. You could say maybe Sandor.
True. He does a good job. Yeah.
But he was great. So let's go to Best Actor in a Supporting Role here.
So these guys, some of them were mains, but they didn't appear in a ton of episodes. Yeah. So that's okay. So we have first Sean Bean. Then we have who plays Ned Stark. Pedro Pascal, who Oberyn Martell.
Yep.
Charles Dance as Tywin Lannister.
Great man.
And Jack Gleeson as Joffrey Baratheon.
I mean, stat category.
That's a very good.
This could go anyway.
This is back to. I mean, let's talk about Sean Bean. He was the main character of the first season. He carried the show for season 1.
Yeah, and like there were other guys I was debating putting on instead of him, but I'm like, he started the show. He needs to be on the list.
It's insane that like the show's gone 8 seasons and he was in 9 episodes. Yet, like when you think of Game of Thrones, like Ned Stark's one of the main guys you think of, and he did an amazing job. Of all the seasons, he still has some of the most famous scenes. When he's talking to Jon.
Yep.
You don't have my name, you have my blood. Just his stuff with Robert.
Well, yeah, because he's key to like this whole story. Yeah, you know, he's what kicked it off.
I know, he does a great job.
Pedro Pascal, another guy, he was only in 7 episodes.
You talk about leaving an impact in a short amount of time. This guy, like,
he nailed the role of Oberyn.
He left an impact, man. Only 7, not even 1 full season.
Yeah,
and like everyone remembers him, and he did an amazing job. He too was one of the best scenes in the show with Tyrion.
Yep,
like. Even his opening scene, you know why the whole world hates Lannister. Yeah. Like, everyone, like...
I mean, he also had great scenes with Charles Dance, Tywin Lannister.
He does. Who's next?
Who, for me, you know, is just unbelievable.
He might be the favorite in this category.
Yeah, he could be the favorite here, too.
I mean, this guy... You talk about a commanding on-screen presence.
Yeah.
Someone who demands respect.
Yeah, he's unreal.
Even when he just walks into the friggin' throne room on the horse takes a shit. I mean, that just sets the tone for his...
Back straight, he's coming up, no shit's
even his
given,
death scene. Like, he's like, we'll go back to my quarters, my chambers, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable. When you look at these leading roles, and we'll get to the actresses, too, it's dominated by Lannisters.
Yes, dude, you know, House Lannister, just great. Dude, they're good.
They've had the best performances here, and here's like another Lannister. Technically, his name's Joffrey Baratheon, but Jack Gleeson.
He plays like a lot of people hate him, but he plays a prick so well. You really hate this character because of like how like and in real life, I guess he's like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, and that's when you know you're a good actor. Is when you can flip the switch.
Yeah, so I mean, mad props to him.
People
forget it because it was early
if
seasons.
You hate Joffrey so much, but you got to give him the respect here, and he was great.
So one guy I would say.
Yeah, let's talk because there's a few guys I wanted to put on this.
Mark Addy, but he's only 6 episodes.
But he was great.
He does such a good job as Robert Baratheon, but like the only 6 episodes I think were kind of.
Yeah, and another guy for me. Ewan Rion as Ramsay.
Oh, yeah, he does good.
You know, some people say, like, he was over the top. I think he was great in that role.
He was good. I also give credit to Jerome Flynn.
Jerome Flynn.
Very funny. Maybe funniest character in the entire show.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, and also, of course, I was very upset, Richard Madden.
Richard Madden was another guy. He was one, too.
RJ, they were boys. Come on, man.
I know. Here's the thing, like, I love Richard Madden, but this isn't the best thing I've seen Richard Madden in.
I disagree.
Bodyguard, I think, is the best thing
I haven't seen Bodyguard, but...
Yeah, he's great.
Rob Stark till I die, baby.
I know, he's a great guy, you know. Stephen Delane, once again, as Stannis Baratheon. He was probably in more than 30. He might not have been, though. I don't know. But he was great.
Yeah, he was good. Played Stannis well.
Once again, though, kind of a one-dimensional, role. All right, so let's go to the women here. Best actress in a leading role, Matt.
So we have Emilia Clarke, who plays Daenerys Targaryen.
I know her.
Lena Headey, who plays Cersei Lannister. Maisie Williams, Arya Stark, and Sophie Turner as Sansa Stark.
I'm gonna get it out of the way. It's
Turner.
A 3-man race.
Yeah, Sophie Turner by default, I think.
Yeah.
Because early seasons, she's a little weak.
She is, and she was a kid. But Maisie Williams was a kid too, and she was great in those first seasons.
All right, so we'll go right to Maisie.
Yeah,
she low key, dude. It's funny because when you like hire child actors, sometimes you don't know.
Yeah,
she turned out to be one of the best actors.
Did you watch the doc yet?
No,
I'm watching. They have the season 1 table read,
and she does like
look how small she is. Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable.
No, like in her scenes are with some of the best actors in the entire show. Her scenes with the Hound. Her scenes with Charles Dance and Tywin.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like with all of them. Jagan Hagar, like she does so amazing.
You're gonna like the doc
because consistently seasons 1 through 8, she's so good.
She is, so good. Especially she just gets better, and even in those House of Black and White, you can go. People are divided on that.
That's not on her.
She's great.
She does great.
Yeah.
And Lena Headey. as Cersei.
Another Lannister.
She brings it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, she's a bitch and you hate Cersei, but it's because of Lena Headey.
And it's a shame she didn't get much to play with in season 8 or 7, really.
Very underused. But, like, when you talk about... That was, like, from seasons 1 through 6, every season she kind of got better.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. She has a lot of memorable quotes, too, when you play the Game of
Thrones.
Quotes,
moments, looks. Yeah. She does it all, really.
She might be the best one at looks without saying anything.
Yeah.
When she's just sipping her wine, looking over King's Landing, like, no one better.
Yeah, and then obviously we have Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
I mean, since day one.
I think she got better as the show went on, too. She had a great season 8.
She did.
She did very well. That's Nazi speech.
Yeah, she showed language. She can play that darker side.
I think she was even good early on. Like, she played like a naive girl and then turned into a strong leader. And, like, I feel like she played it well, especially that speech when she gets the Unsullied.
Yep.
I feel like that may be her best scene.
Yeah, people criticize her, some of the movies she's been in. She hasn't been great. Yeah. But you can't deny that she's played the Daenerys role great.
She's been great as Daenerys Targaryen. So props to Emilia Clarke.
But, yeah, I'd say, it's a 3-person race. I'd probably give the edges to Lena Headey and Maisie Williams.
I'd say those are the two also. I agree.
Yeah. Best actress in a supporting role. This is another... This could go really any way, man.
Oh, wow.
Who we got here?
All right, so we have Natalie Dormer as Marjorie Tyrell, Diana Rigg as Olenna Tyrell, Michelle Fairley as Catelyn Stark, and Carice Van Houten as Melisandre. Swede, I believe.
She just made the mark, 29 episodes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so we'll go for Natalie Dormer as Marjorie Tyrell.
Yeah.
She's pretty solid, dude.
Yeah.
She's pretty good.
She's good.
Like, manipulating, playing that,
Yeah, what's weird about her is like, she's been in like the entire show almost, but like very sprinkled in like season 2,
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, I like.
But yeah, she's great.
Solid.
Yeah,
every scene she's in. Yeah, and then Diana Rigg.
Yeah,
every scene she's in, she steals the show.
Yeah,
and she's another one who goes like against like Charles Dance and
she's with
his
them,
main
those
and like
levels.
She steals a scene. Even her last scene with Jamie.
That's
She dies. But, like, she owned the scene.
She goes out with a bang.
So, like, she's amazing. She's only in, 18 episodes?
Yeah.
And she's, like, she's a badass.
Yeah.
Michelle Fairley is Catelyn Stark.
Another great one.
She shows a lot of emotion. She's very good at playing that motherly role.
Yep.
Like, if you were my boys,
And then even with John, too, when she's talking about how, like, she didn't like John.
Yeah.
And
no, she does a great job.
Obviously, it's, the terrifying, scream, shout, whatever you want to...
In the Red Wedding, she was amazing. Mm-hmm. Like, you could... just her face...
Yeah.
Was, like, pure, like...
That speech she gives, and...
Yeah, no,
But she was consistently
She was very good.
Yeah.
And then Van Houten here.
Yeah, Melisandre.
I mean, she does a good job of playing, like, this Red Priestess.
Yeah, very, like, atmospheric, like, creepy at some points.
Yeah, like... Just especially like the early seasons when like she's manipulating Stannis.
Yeah,
like she does a very good job.
I was actually surprised that she was in under 30 episodes.
She's in a lot of the show.
You
feel like she is
2 through 8.
I feel like she's like sprinkled in too.
Yeah,
like, she's always there. Maybe like every like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah,
she's not on like every one. Maybe like some of the others.
Yeah,
but yeah, no.
But I mean, to me,
I say it's between.
They're all great. But
I think Diana Rigg and
Michelle Fairley.
I
agree.
But also shout out to
who else?
Gwendolyn Christie.
I
mean,
she was in. She would have been leading. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Brienne's kind of one note at the beginning. I feel like later on, like she does a little bit, and like she's good for what Brienne is, but there's not a lot of range with Brienne. Mm-hmm. But she plays the character very well.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other. There's a lot of prominent female characters, but I don't know if there's a lot of side ones.
Yeah. No, I think.
The waif.
Oh please.
Well, wait till you watch the doc.
Enough with that.
But that's it for the
Wait, the waif's on the doc?
All right, just watch it.
Okay.
All right.
What the fuck?
So that's it for the performances. We're not going to give our picks. We're going to do that later. But, let us know the thoughts.
Yes.
Is there anyone you think we left off?
Leave in the comments, all 3 of
you. Superlative Awards.
Nice.
Now, this is where it gets fun. And
this is fun.
Before I go into
this is fun. I'm having a fun
This
time.
is very subjective.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because for other people, their best moments could be something totally different.
It's whatever appeals to you, at the time, like, in certain things hit certain people differently. I know for me, like, one of the saddest deaths was Ygritte. Yeah. That would hit me, like, more than, like, pretty much anyone besides Rob.
But yeah.
Probably not the same for everyone else.
Yeah.
but that's just because I love Ygritte and that hit me.
We try to get, I think, a good balance here. There's going to be a few that are left off, and
we do the best.
What are you going to do? But let's kick it off here with best death.
Yeah. So we have Oberyn Martell in The Mountain and Viper. He gets his eyes squished. Yep. Joffrey Baratheon, the line in a rose when he chokes.
Yep.
Robb Stark in the Red Wedding.
Yeah.
And Ned Stark when he gets his head chopped off in Baelor.
Now, I'm going to kick it off here. I'm going to talk about Robb first. Oh. Because I actually was debating not putting him on the list.
You got to put him on. You got to give respect to the King of the North.
The reason I put him on because of the Red Wedding as a whole. You know what I'm saying? That whole sequence. But in terms of his death, he just got stabbed,
Mother.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. The Lannisters send their regards.
Mother, he goes over, rubs the belly of Talissa.
Yeah, but that's the whole sequence.
That's a death, though. That's his death,
I know.
That's all part of the death scene.
Yeah.
No, Robb, very sad death. Very, very sad.
Yeah.
Mother, the eyes.
It's hard to put best death because it's the worst death.
I'm getting sad just right now.
And same thing with his dad here, Ned. Who gets, the death that starts all the deaths off right here.
Yeah, no, this one, Robb's was shocking, but this one, let you know that any character can be gone at any point. Because Ned was the main character, Yeah. And you really thought he was going to make it out until he actually did die.
It just defeats that movie trope where, they even show Arya. You're like, oh, Arya's going to save him.
Yeah, at the last second.
It's not going to happen. No. But he just does it, and it's brutal.
Yeah. And then you have Joffrey. This one was a big payoff for the fans.
Yeah.
We had been, miserable by Ned and Robb. And we all hate Joffrey, and then we finally get to see him choke and grab him for his throat.
Yeah, out of all these deaths here, none of them are happy except this one.
This is finally the fans got a little, something
a little
they
payback,
wanted.
and
Oberyn.
Yeah, it's great. You got Cersei's crying. Yeah, it's just a great scene.
And then you got Oberyn, probably the most brutal death in the entire show. Not saying a lot.
Yeah.
Because of how gory the show is. I remember watching it. I literally felt sick to my stomach, like I was gonna throw up. Yeah. When his eyes got popped and he started screaming.
It's just
the screaming got me.
Because you're rooting for Tyrion. You're like, dude, he just took out the
mountain. And you like Oberyn, too. You love Oberyn and Tyrion.
But he gets too cocky.
And he's about to win, and then everything turns, and it's just complete devastation and brutal.
Yeah. Now, there are so many deaths in Thrones.
We could go through a lot.
For me personally, the Night King one.
That was a pretty good one.
Whether you like the season or not, that whole sequence was great.
I think it's unfair, but I think, Season 8 kind of, tropes the Night King's death. It's not fair, but
Yeah. Another one for me, death. Tywin's death. I'm a really big fan of that one, just because of the build-up.
Yeah, no, that one definitely could have been on the list. I say stupidest death was Renly. That still bothers me.
Stannis.
Yeah, it was just stupid. Oh, really? You're gonna give him?
Yeah. But
Ramsay had a good one too. He got eaten by the hounds.
Ramsay, that we were talking about that one. But
so I think those ones, those are.
Yeah, they were all good. Danny. The fact that Danny isn't on here is a shame. It just shows that we didn't get that correct build up to that moment.
True.
True.
Shout out to Jorah Mormont who went out defending. Khaleesi.
Oh, that was a great death too. Alfie Allen.
That was a good one.
Another good one.
Redeemed himself.
A lot of good deaths.
Hodor.
Now here's where this is probably going to be the most controversial category in terms of best moment because it's just kind of our favorite moments.
Preference.
The first one, but I think is universal. I think a lot of people connect with this one. Is the Tower of Joy
coinciding with the King
in the North? It's John's one reveal, season 6.
I think this is the heavy favorite. This is when Westbrook averaged a triple double.
Yeah,
it's you got to give it. It's like.
Well, because I like to say all the time, it's you've at that point in the show, it's the end of season 6. You've watched so much bad shit happen,
and then Battle of the Bastards just happened. You finally get a W.
John wins. He's named King of the North, the bastard who went to the Night's Watch.
And John's being built up. He just came back from the dead.
Yeah. You have the epic speeches beforehand. He avenged the Red Wedding. Everything's floating back.
It's by far the biggest reveal of the entire show. John's a Targaryen.
Yeah,
in that
you
moment.
Get the Tower of Joy.
And it coincides with the eyes and the King of the North and just how they did it.
Yeah,
I get goosebumps every time I watch it.
Lyanna Mormont.
I don't think any scene in movies or TV show gives me goosebumps like that moment.
It's a great scene.
It's perfectly done.
Yeah.
And then we have Tyrion's speech.
Tyrion's speech. Come on.
The Laws of Gods and Men. I think best speech in the entire show.
Yeah.
The emotion he shows, especially when Shay walks in.
Yep.
Just his face.
Oh yeah, because it's her before they even show her.
And just I should have let you all burn.
Yeah, that's the best when he turns.
I demand the trial by combat. Yep. It's just amazing. Testament to Peter Dinklage and best speech in the show. I think
that's his moment of truth right there. Now this one, you had to get Cersei in there.
Yeah,
Cersei blows up the set.
This is her big moment of the show. Badass.
Yeah.
You knew something was going to happen. The music, Cersei's kind of like, everyone's kind of like, all right, what's going on? And just like the way it happened, the wildfire, insane.
And
insane
listen,
start to the episode, too, to the finale.
I know. We can shit on, D&D all we want, but we have to address that. 2 of these moments right here are moments that aren't in the books, that they created, and they're great.
No, it just shows that they have the capability of doing it if they want to.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it was lack of wanting to.
Yes, exactly.
Unfortunately.
And
but
last... Now, I really pulled for this one.
Matt's a big fan of this.
It's one of my favorite scenes in the show. Danny gets the Unsullied.
Yeah.
When she says Dracarys to the slave master, and I count this as all one moment.
It's a great moment.
And then she burns him, and then she drops the whip and gives a speech to the Unsullied, and they all tap the spears.
Yeah.
And you get that look from Jorah, and everyone's Missandei eyes looking, and you just know, she's making strides, dude. And that's her first big moment, because up until then, she had been taking a lot of L's. Yes. Well, not a lot of L, but
you had other Danny moments that were great too, Misa and stuff later on.
I think this is the best Danny moment though. That was
I'd agree with
the music too and the fire overhead.
Well, the other Danny moment that I was considering was her sailing to Westeros in season 6, just because it was that was a good one. But I think in the moment that one was good, but when you look back, that one may get Now, there was 2 others. This was a tough category to narrow down.
Very tough. This was probably the toughest one to narrow down.
Jon facing off against the Bolton army with the whole army coming at him.
I think that might be the best shot of the entire show.
The reason we took it off was because we didn't want to have 2 Jon moments. We wanted to get Cersei and Danny
get Cersei her moment.
And what was the other one we were talking about too? Was
I'm not sure.
Oh man.
I have one. While you think of that, I have another moment that could have made it.
Sure.
I don't know if it would have made top 5, but this is, I think, a crown for a king.
That's a great moment.
When I think of season 1 and Khal Drogo, I'm like, that was, and I think Viserys was the first semi-main character that bit the bullet, that died. Yep. That was I think that was a badass moment.
For me, a personal moment that I love is when Ned's on the throne in place of Robert, just dealing out justice.
It's a very good
one.
But
the big moment, the one that I actually had a lot of trouble parting with, just because of how iconic it was.
The cave with Jon and Ygritte?
No. Oh. The Night King at Hardhome raising the
That
dead.
was a great one.
I mean...
That was good.
That's a tough one to let go of.
See, I'll give you that, but I'll raise you when Jon, the Valerian steel with the White Walker.
There's so many.
And shatters him. Hardhome, you could have two moments. We left out both, but they could be in there.
Everybody's got their own opinions.
So
They'll
many.
get their favorite moments.
I'll also give, Spoilers of War, when Jaime's going in on the horse with the dagger to kill Dany.
Oh, that's a good one.
And Bronn saves him. I remember in that moment.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also, too, a Hodor moment when Bran Warg's in the...
Oh, God, I forgot about the door. Yeah. That's another great one. I mean, there's so many. We could go on. We could do a whole podcast
we really
on the
could.
best moments. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the next one here. Best battle.
A lot of battles. Game of Thrones known for their great battles.
This was kind of easy to narrow down, though, for me.
I think this was easy to narrow down, too. I agree. All right, so we have Battle of Blackwater Bay.
Season 2.
We have The Watchers on the Wall, Season 4. Hardhome, Season 5. And Battle of the Bastards, Season 6.
Yep. They're all great. I have I'm not as big on Hardhome as other people are. I think it's a great episode and stuff, but it's definitely a massacre.
I gotta disagree, RJ. I think it's amazing.
No, it is,
dude. When they're all there and they're having the meeting, and
I know,
and then they just come in. It's what is? They hear the noise and they close the gate.
Yeah,
and then you hear all the yelling, and then and then it's and that's the first time you really get to see the White Walk, the full strength of the Army of the Dead.
Yeah,
because they're always in the background, but then you get to see, you're holy
and
fuck,
they're coming. Too, yeah,
you got the Night King, you get Jon, his moment. You're damn, it's going down.
Another thing, once again. Credit to D&D, that's not in the books.
No. In the books, it's they go to Hardhome, but Jon's not even there.
Jon's not there,
So Battle of the Bastards.
Battle of Bastards, probably the favorite. Everyone, loves that episode.
That's really the full, it finally all comes together for the good guys.
Exactly. It's so emotional. It's them taking back Winterfell after all this time. Jon leading the army.
A lot of great shots, like you said.
Yeah.
And also a great shot is when he's suffocating. I remember watching that. I felt like I was suffocating.
Exactly, yeah.
They make you, feel that, and then they're
You had the one shot of Jon, just mowing people down.
Yeah, they always follow Jon in those shots.
This one's unbelievable too. The Watchers on the Wall.
Very underrated.
So underrated.
This one I feel
really
like gets
is.
underrated in the great battle. This might be my favorite battle.
Yeah, it's the shortest episode of the series or something, but it's great.
Like the entire episode, I think, is the battle.
Yeah.
And, like, this is the only episode I ever rooted for Sir Alether. Like, so many great character moments, like, for the little, like, minor characters on the wall.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's just culminated.
Pep and Gren at the gate.
They all get their moment, dude. And
Egret, obviously.
And this is where Jon really takes over as a leader.
That's what I love about it, is when he gets the command, Gren gives him the command on the wall.
And even at the end, he's like, I gotta go talk to Mance.
Yeah.
You know, and, like...
True.
Then, like, obviously, Jon and Egret are very sad, but great battle.
You got a lot of emotions. Sad, happy.
And they were building up to this for a while with the Wildlings, so it's good to see it happen.
It was a big payoff.
Yes. Blackwater.
Season 2.
The first big battle of the show.
Which shows...
Stannis versus the Lannisters.
You know what I love about Blackwater? It shows that you don't have to have a $200 million budget to make a good battle.
The great thing about Blackwater is... Not only is it a great battle, but it's coincided with great character moments in between. You cut to Cersei and Sansa in the room. Mm-hmm. You cut to, like, Tyrion, you know, his speech. Let's go kill them. Yes. You know, like, just...
Pussy Joffrey. Yeah. You get the Hound saying, fuck the king.
It's great.
It's a great battle. And in this limited, like, part... You have, obviously, the wildfire explosion.
Stannis. I like when they start doing the drums.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even, like, before, like, Tyrion talking to, like, Varys, everyone's preparing, running. Like, it's just great.
These are all great. Yeah. And once again,
Wildfire.
People love each one, you know.
Yeah, people have their preferences.
But let's move on here. Best episode here, Matt. Read them off.
All right, so we got Reigns of Castamere.
Yep.
That's, you know, probably the most famous one. Mm-hmm. We got Season 3. Hardhome, Season 5. Battle of Bastards, Season 6. And The Winds of Winter.
Season 6. Once again, D&D. Two great episodes.
The end of Season 6 is amazing.
It is.
And people forget about that.
The door, you get all that stuff there.
So I will start off, I guess, with Reigns of Castamere, the most famous one.
Yeah.
I mean, this one really, I think a lot of it's just a devastation and a shock of the Red Wedding.
Yeah.
But honestly, before that, good episode too.
No, before you have Jon and Bran and a lot.
Some great stuff in that tower, and you have a little Hound and Arya action.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they're awesome together.
It's a great episode.
So, I mean, from beginning to end, great episode, and obviously it's capped off by probably the most memorable moment in the entire show.
The Red Wedding. Yeah, and the most brutal.
Yeah.
You know.
Rough stuff.
But that defines Game of Thrones. That's just a typical Game of Thrones episode.
That moment is like Pinnacle Thrones.
Yeah.
And then we got Hardhome.
Hardhome, which, you love it, and I love it too, but I'm just not as high as other
Amazing,
people.
We just talked about, why it's so great, the battle and everything.
Yeah.
So, obviously, tons of great moments too. Battle of the Bastards, for the same reasons.
Yeah.
We just discussed. Great battle, big payoff. Mm-hmm. Finally get to see Ramsay get, what he deserves.
And you also have that part in the beginning with Daenerys. You get a kind of mini battle.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was a great thing. Yeah. When Grey Worm slices the two slave masters.
Yep.
And she finally goes, oh, your reign is over. Yeah. My reign has just begun.
Dracarys,
great way to start the episode.
Yeah.
People forget about... You're right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then Winds of Winter is just back-to-back, these two episodes.
That might be the favorite.
It's great.
I mean, you get a reveal with Jon. And you get the Cersei moment.
It kicks off with Cersei.
Yeah. And
it's
you get
just
the
great scene after great scene.
Even Varys going to you're like, oh shit, Daenerys is teaming up with Highgarden and Dorne. She's getting the 92 Dream Team and coming to Westeros. Yeah. So much happens, and you're just like, damn.
And it's such a
Arya. People forget in that episode, Arya kills Walder Frey.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's a great episode.
So much happens in that episode.
It is a great episode,
and it's less about the big battles and more just moments.
Now, I think the one that we had to cut off was The Laws of Gods and Men, Tyrion's Trial. Great episode.
The great episode is just default. Just the other episodes are so good, too. The pilot episodes, too, another
The pilot winter is coming. Baelor.
So many great episodes.
Ned's death.
Yeah. Even Blackwater. We could go through all the battle. Even The Mountain and the Viper. That's an amazing one.
The Mountain and the Viper. The Door. There's so many great episodes.
Yeah, we could go through Spoilers of War. I think that's one of the best episodes of the show, even though it's season 7.
Yeah.
That one's a great one. It's short, too. Sometimes the shorter episodes are the best ones. Yeah, I think that's
But yeah, I think those are...
The Cave.
That's a good 4
obviously
right
The
there.
Cave.
The Cave. No, that's a good episode. And The Climb,
Season 3.
The Climb. Yeah.
The Climb, The Cave.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. They're great.
And we have final category here.
Season.
Best season.
Yeah, so we have Season 1.
Yep.
Season 2.
Yes.
Season 3.
Yes.
Season 4.
1 through 4. Now, I personally had 6 on there instead of 2.
I campaigned for 2.
But the only reason I did that was to mix it up a little. I think I have 2 ahead on my list anyway. But.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, 7 and 8 weren't going to make this list.
No.
And neither was 5. The only one was 6. But 6 is very top heavy. 6 is good as a whole. But it's very
8 too.
8, yeah.
Hard Home, Mother's Mercy at the end there.
5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what did I say?
You said 8.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but no, 5 is these seasons, I feel like it's a continuing build. It's a build.
Yes.
And even in those early and mid episodes, there's so much going on and so much political move. I guess we'll talk about season 1. Mm-hmm. I mean, you get to see so much of it. And you get to see the universe. Like, you get to see Winterfell, everything for the first time. Introduction, all these great characters. It's really cool.
I love season 1's my second favorite. I just love how I love rewatching that season. It's awesome. Great.
Everyone looks so young too.
Yeah,
it's amazing. See where everyone starts out.
Season 2, you're obviously a huge season.
Yeah, I think it's the best season in terms of political maneuvering because of the War of the Five Kings. You get a little bit of everyone. You get a little Robb, a little Renly, a little Stannis, Tyrion. You get Arya, with Tywin at Harrenhal. You get Jon, Beyond the Wall. You get a little bit of everyone, and I think it's, it's Pinnacle Thrones. Everything's happening, and that's why I like it so much. A lot of wheeling and dealing.
Season 3 is great.
Which one?
Once again, a little slower. A lot of
Slow is good though, dude.
No, yeah, but this you get a lot of heavy Robb in the build up to the Red Wedding.
That's why, and you get a lot of good moments too. Daenerys, Dracarys, Jaime the Hand.
Jon still with the wildlings.
I mean, season 3 is awesome, dude.
Yeah, but then, season 4
might be the
to us is just the tip of the tongue.
I mean, literally, episodes 4 through 10 of season 4, are some of the best episodes in the entire show. And even before that,
you get an episode 9 moment with Joffrey's death in episode 2.
That's what's so
good. You know what I'm saying?
It's episode 4, I think, is peak Thrones.
That was honestly one of the best decisions D&D ever made, was to split, because the Storm of Swords is basically season 3 and 4.
Oberyn, if they followed it exactly, Oberyn would have came in season 3.
Yeah.
So I think they did a great job.
They did a great job spreading that out.
Yeah.
Which is weird. That the fact that they spread that out, but then they rushed in.
I really think it is. They didn't. I think, what said it perfectly was George wanted 10 seasons.
Yeah.
And they wanted to do 7.
Yeah.
And they ended up doing
we
8.
keep harping on it, but at the end of the day, this whole idea, the Thrones Awards, it's a
celebration. This is a look back.
It's a celebration of the best.
We want to be happy about
it.
Look at the positive.
But yeah,
it was pretty good.
Season 6 would be one that would just make the cut there.
Yeah, you could argue for that one.
And I bet a lot of people season 6 is their favorite.
Yeah.
So we got 1 through 4.
Yeah, I remember after I finished the show for the first time, I think 6 was my favorite, or 1 or 2. That and 4. No, I think it was my second favorite behind 4. Mm-hmm. As you go on, you look back on things and things change, obviously. But no, I think
yeah, but those are the nominees.
I think we did a good job. Mm-hmm. Obviously, people may, have differences. Feel free to comment.
Yep.
I think we're going to send out some polls, possibly.
Yeah, we're going to throw some polls. Twitter at KAS&CO official.
So feel free. Go on the Twitter. If you don't follow, give us a follow.
And here's the thing. If we had a bigger following, I'd love to have
we have a small following. Little community.
Respond and vote.
That'd be good.
But because of our, limited following, we're going to choose them ourselves.
Yes.
But for the people.
Yes, for the people.
For the people. For the realm.
For the realm. I like that. Yeah, so shortly, probably within the week.
Days, week.
Within the week,
we'll have the video out.
And we'll announce the winners, and it'll be great.
It's going to be great. We're going to have some scenes in there. Yeah. It's going to be great.
The scenes are going to get me going.
I encourage you to watch it, because not even if you don't care who wins, just to relive some moments.
The glory days, man. Yes. The glory days.
Yeah.
All right. I think
that's it, guys. So look out for that.
Yeah. Please.
And once again, KAS&CO official on Twitter.
Please, obviously, dislike and unsubscribe.
Oh, yeah.